Happy New Year, Craig.
Happy New Year, Craig. Hi, Craig.
Yeah. Oh, hi there.
So, we made it to 2026.
Kind of.
I mean, we're here.
Yeah, we're here. We're here. I haven't determined if it's a good year yet or not.
Well, I mean, we've still got like 12 more months to determine that one.
Yeah, we do. It's still got a
But
minute.
yeah, we do. But we're going to start the year off fulfilling a promise that we made last year.
Which one?
The one where we said we're going to find out for ourselves if Final Fantasy 16 is overly hated and if Clair Obscure Expedition 33 is overly loved.
Okay. All right. I dig this. This is gonna be a fun one.
This is definitely going to be a fun one. So, I did ask on TikTok what most people think. I just asked, the question that we asked last year is, 16 over 33, is it overly loved? There are a lot of mixed opinions. Um,
Yeah, there is.
there really are so for Final Fantasy 16 anyway, I kind of see it's kind of split down the middle. Like people either loved it or hated it. It seems like newer Final Fantasy fans are really into it, and it seems more like the OG fans are kind of blah blah blah. It's not turn-based combat.
I mean, neither was 15 or
No,
14.
no, neither of them were. The other thing I really keep seeing it get compared to Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah. Like, so I haven't played many Devil May Cry games, but just because I wanted to see what they were like, I saw that DMC5 was available on the PlayStation Store,
Such a
and
good game.
so I scooped that up while it was free. Played,
As hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm
played.
for this.
I played about 30 minutes to an hour of it, and yeah, I can definitely say that the combat system is a lot like Devil May Cry 5. It's your traditional hack and slash mixed in with some really cool abilities via the icons and whatnot. No, I very much enjoyed 16. And I'm one of those old school Final Fantasy guys because, like, my favorite Final Fantasy game is very turn based because it's tactics. So it was definitely a neat shift in pace. That's for sure.
Yeah, and see, as much as I love turn-based combat, because my favorite Final Fantasy is still 10,
Hmm.
very turn-based. Um, I like playing the newer Final Fantasy 7 remakes. It was a breath of fresh air. It was a new
Yeah.
way to play it. And I mean, it's not like this is Square Enix's first attempt at gameplay like that. I
Right.
mean, well, I mean, they've been experimenting with like a more live action gameplay than well,
For a
for a
minute.
lot longer. Yeah, I mean, hell, I mean, they've been doing it since PS2.
Yeah.
Dirge,
With
I mean, Dirge of Cerberus.
you know,
There's another one too that was kind of not so turn based too. I can't think of which one it is, but it's for me nice to see that they didn't just give up on these ideas.
right. No, I mean, like I said, it was definitely a big step in a different direction for me personally, just because I am used to the turn-based system. I'm used to being able to either inflict or be afflicted with statuses. And with 16, there is no there. I'm pretty sure they just got rid of statuses altogether.
Is there still
The
like
element,
elemental? Okay, all right.
not
You
really.
blew my
No,
mind.
Yeah,
Really?
the elemental thing, like, there's flans and stuff in the game, but they are neutral flans where they will use every type of magic in the game. So there's not really, and like there's bombs too, but if you use blizzard on the bomb, it doesn't do more damage, and you can still damage them with fire-based attacks. So it seems that they did get rid of the elemental thing, which I know that upset a couple people. Um, I didn't actually look up any reviews for Final Fantasy 16 before I sat down to play it. The only reason that I heard that it was overhated was from certain people on TikTok who were constantly putting it down. So I decided that I wanted to play it, and I just now looked up some of the reviews, and apparently it's got like crazy good reviews. Like IGN gives it a 9 out of 10, GameSpot gives it a 9 out of 10, Steam gives it a 9 out of 10, um, PlayStation gives it a 4.5 out of 5. So
Really glad
I'm
you
not.
said 5 because I was about to be like, well, damn, that's a huge drop.
Yeah, it would have been. Like I know I did my review on it earlier, and what I think I gave it like a 74 out of 100. I think everything came down to it, just because there were some things that I think could have been changed, but like one of the things that annoyed me the most about it was you couldn't sprint whenever you wanted to when you were moving around. Like you basically had to like jog with Clive until you got out of a city or out of a residential area, and then he would kick off and sprint, and then you could also ride your chocobo, which is really cool to be able to have your chocobo as a mount.
Yeah, that is cool. I will say I would probably get really annoyed being at a jogging pace.
Now that's only
I'm
in like cities and stuff.
Yeah, I'm the person when I play games, I am full sprinting as much as I can
I
everywhere.
agree. I agree because I want to get to point A to point B as quick as as quick as you can.
Exactly.
No, I agree with you on that one. That was kind of annoying that you didn't have control over how quickly Clive was moving unless you were outside of, I guess, like a quest heavy area. The side quests, some of them were hit or miss. Some of them were like your basic run this from point A to point B. But then other ones were really, really in depth with the lore.
Okay.
Um, like I know Jill wanted to see Jill's the female lead character, or not the lead character, but she's Clive's love interest,
Okay.
and she was all beside herself and what have you, and they knew, or Joshua, the main character's brother, knew that she liked this particular type of flower, and they couldn't find it anywhere. Joshua found it. They found this whole like field of it. They took her there. She felt happy. Yay. Um, but that's a really, really, really dumbed down version of it. um, but they have these characters in Final Fantasy 16 go through emotions in a way that I haven't seen Final Fantasy do it really. Because I mean, yeah, in 10 we do see a lot of emotion with Unit, with Tidus. Tidus. That I think that annoyed people when I posted
Probably.
that one. But no,
I mean,
you definitely
you're
see,
not
you definitely
wrong
see.
though. It is
I
tedious.
did. It's what the
It
creators made, man.
and
It's
you
what
know
the
what's even
creators
funnier?
did.
The first time we actually hear somebody say his name is in
Kingdom
Kingdom
Hearts.
Hearts.
Yep.
Good old Waka.
Oh yeah. Yep. I thought that was pretty funny. But
I
people are
think that's
still,
pretty funny too, honestly.
yeah, the people are still gonna fight you, Titus, because he's water. It's like, no, but you continue to be wrong.
I mean,
Um,
actually, I forget there's somewhere you can look up too, though. Um, like, and it'll actually there's a book or like a some kind of like guidebook or something like that that actually puts the pronunciation in there like a dictionary,
right.
and it is Tidis.
It is Titus, and then even the guy who voiced him came out and made a video. He's like, "See, Tidus."
Yes.
And then shoot, there was a commercial for it. So no, so before Kingdom Hearts even, there was a commercial
Oh, was
that
there?
said Tidus. Yeah, I do remember that because, hang on, I don't know if I posted that one or not, um, but yes, there was an actual commercial for it where it said exploring the world with Tidus or something like that, and it's like, wow.
Explore the world known as Spira with our young hero, Tidus. That's just how I imagine that went.
Ugh,
Uh but yeah, so
no, I still think 10 was probably my second favorite Final Fantasy of all time.
it's
Like,
just it's hard not to like that game.
mhm, yeah, no, I agree. It was, I don't know, dude. It just from the story to the art direction. Yeah, I know the ha 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 thing gets it's a meme. Like
It is.
it's a thing, but you remember it.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and it's memorable enough too, like so in the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering set, it's one of the chase cards, but it's actually I mean, it's a it is the chase card for me right now. Um it's the scene where Titus and Yuna are in the cave, the card is called Stay With Me. It's just a reprint of Ristic Study, but it's the back cover art of the old game case. I can't remember exactly where they are, but it's like I know they're in like a cave and they're like in water holding each other and it's like a very emotional moment.
oh yeah, I remember. So I just posted the trailer for you that actually says Titus. Um, no, I do remember that because like for a PS2 game, it seems like that's where most of their budget went,
Oh
was
yeah.
that scene with Titus and Yuna in the water. Um, just because like it complete. I mean, the cutscenes in that game were phenomenal. Like they really were for being a PS2 game. Like
Yeah.
honestly, it reminded me a lot of Final Fantasy Spirits Within when it came to animation style, just because of how like detailed it was for a game. Like it was still clearly, very clearly a game, but I don't know. It just seems like they want that whole next step in animation for those cutscenes, and it was glorious.
Dude, they had some of the most beautiful graphics, even like, dude, their PS2 cutscenes look better than some modern games today.
Yeah, they did absolutely. Like
And
that's
that's
another.
crazy to think.
So that's another thing that I'm gonna pick at 16 about because yes, a lot of their cutscenes were beautiful, especially the Acon battles and stuff. But there were other cutscenes like I think they could have really went into it more, but I think they were trying to cut out on load time. Like they didn't want to break the game, put in the cutscene, break the game again to put it back into the game. They just wanted it to be all one constant thing. Um, but there were some cutscenes where I wish they would have followed the Final Fantasy X route and given us the Final Fantasy X level cutscenes. And that game came out what 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's well, actually I think it might be a little over 20.
It's been a minute,
I was gonna say I know it's at least 20 though.
right?
I mean, it's nice to hear though that Square is still it sounds like the story's at least good still.
I enjoyed it. Like I thought it was great.
Like, cause that's
Um,
always been a big thing for Square, like, they've just always been top tier storytellers.
mhm.
I mean,
2001.
2001. Damn.
25 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's just
That is
crazy to
nuts.
think that a game has been out that long that
Yeah,
is
right?
still, like, this memorable.
Well, shit, if you really wanna go for a loop, the Pokemon 30th anniversary is coming up. I don't know if you saw any stuff for that going on, where they showed you Pikachu as it evolved in the 30 years that he's been out.
Man, that's just dude, I can remember when Pikachu was a chubby little fat rat.
Yeah, dude, Chonkachu.
Dude, bring that back.
Dude, I still have a Chonkachu card.
I personally think that was the better design choice. I
Oh my
liked
god, yeah.
Pikachu chunky.
Yep. Yep, chubby Pikachu was adorable. Chonkachu was definitely I preferred Chonkachu to normal Pikachu just because he was adorable, man. He was awesome. Absolutely. Yeah, he was great. I wish they would have kept him in. Hopefully they bring him back because so from what I've been seeing online, I don't know if it's true or not, just because it is all hearsay with people online. But they're saying in February when we get the next Pokemon address that they're going to announce Wind and Waves, which supposedly is going to be 10th generation, and we should also hear about Pokemon Champions. At least that's through the grapevine what's going to happen.
Right.
So if that's the case, and if they do bring Wind and Waves, I hope they bring us back Chonkachu. I don't. I know they won't, but that is
We can hope.
definitely one thing. That's one thing that I would want in the game is
Dude,
that chubby Pikachu.
make it a regional variant.
Right? This is the Kanto variant. He just eats all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be neat. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't argue one bit. I mean, that would feel dude, that would be so nostalgic.
It'd be really
Like,
cool.
I honestly, like, really believe that that would make so many people so happy.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. Or bring out a plush of Chonkachu. Bring out that fat Pika plush.
You know, I'm actually like, I'm surprised they haven't really, like, played on the nostalgia factor, considering it's, you know what I mean, so close. Well, I mean, we're at it, but still, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just surprised that we haven't been
Yeah,
seeing, like, more product like that.
right. So speaking of plush and whatnot, I'm going off the rails, or not really, kind of sticking to the the base topic, but going off on a rant here for a second. I took my boys over to the nerd store the other day because we were picking up some more Gunpla for them to build,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, because they really enjoy building Gunpla and it's fun. And so I was sitting there looking around the nerd store, and I saw that they had a whole bunch of Pokemon plushes hanging up. So we've been here for almost a year now, and I was looking up there, and I never even bothered to look at them. So this is the first time that I actually took a look, and for the first time in my life, I saw a Quagsire plush,
Oh, how
and
quick did it go into your cart?
I didn't because it was $40.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Um, I was like, that's a lot of money for a stuffed animal.
Yeah. No, I kinda I could see that.
Yeah, like if it was like 15 or 20, I can almost understand it, but $40 for a stuffed animal? It's like, don't get me wrong, I love Quagsire. Quagsire's been my favorite Pokemon since Gen 2. Every chance that I've been able to have him on a team, I've always had him on a team for in-game. But $40 is a lot of money for a stuffy.
Yeah, that's like retirement money kind of stuff.
Like, like people can call me cheap, they can call me broke, they can call me whatever, but I'm not gonna spend $40 on a stuffed animal.
I like to see this as like being responsible.
Right, right. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, this is where I might have just made myself into a little bit of a hypocrite. Valentine's Day and stuff like that, where you get like those huge fucking stuffed animals and stuff. I do remember spending close to $40, give or take, something like that, on one for one of my kids years ago. But that was because it was at Walmart and it was in those great big boxes, and it was like 30 or $40, something like that. But it was a big ass stuffed animal, like big, especially for my kids since they were younger. It's like it was huge to them. And then you look at this little Quagsire thing, and it's like the size of my hand for $40. I was like, no.
Mm, Yeah, I dude, that's like I went through a Funko Pop phase. Dude, some of those get like so crazy in price.
Oh, I bet. Dude, when I worked at GameStop, we would have people call us like daily asking us if we got a shipment in. So we'd answer the phone, yeah, got a shipment in. They'd ask us for the Funko Pops. And somehow, if they knew we would have a chase, there'd be like 10 of them at the store trying to be the first one to grab it. And it's like, y'all need to relax. The shit's still boxed up in the back. I haven't gotten to it yet. And they'd pitch a fit, and they'd usually end up calling, because somehow some of them got a hold of my store manager, store leader's number, and she would call the store, and she's like, "What's going on?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "I'm getting phone calls from people saying that you're not putting stuff out." I was like, "I'm working on a box." And she's like, "So what's going on?" I was like, "These people are here for Funko Pops." And she's like, "Oh." It's like I got 3 boxes full of games I gotta process and put out. It's like I'm not gonna worry about your fucking Funko Pops. Now, granted, this was back when GameStop was still about games and not about the toys and stuff like it is now. Because I feel like GameStop has really gone kind of steered away from the game aspect, and it feels like they've gone more into the collectibles and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, I mean, that's
Well,
just from my experience going in there. The last time that I went in there, it's like 90% of their store was collectible stuff, and then they had a couple shelves of game stuff.
yeah, well, I actually heard recently that they're closing a bunch of stores and actually mostly focusing on like more collectible stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense though, because I mean, nobody's really buying physical media anymore. Not like they
So they're
used to.
going the FOE route.
It sounds like it.
That was another good store back in the day.
Dude, bring back FYE.
Like, funny enough, I used to work at FOE too. um, but yeah, no, FOE was so much fun just because it was, I don't know, it was just like everything that a nerd wanted, really. Like, they had rows and rows and rows of movies and CDs. And now, working there during inventory was interesting because me and my boss, we set aside like an hour just before the store closed to go through the adult section because we didn't want people walking up on us while we were sifting through dirty movies.
That's fair. You know, there were a lot of people that used to walk through them stores.
Oh yeah, yeah. Our store usually had quite a few because this was back when people actually went to the malls. And god damn, I feel old. Like, this feels like when people actually went to the mall to do stuff at the mall. Like, we always had people in our store. Um, and it was, I don't know, it was just fun. It was fun to work with people at FYU when I worked at FYU.
I could imagine. Like that would, I don't know. I feel like I would have had a good time working at a place like that.
And that's how we found out that there was an adult cartoon video for Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon.
Ah, some hentai.
And it was like, it looked like it was drawn by a fourth grader.
It's awful.
It was so bad.
Some little kid, some little kid took Goku the wrong way when he said, "I don't want to see your dirty old panties." He's like, you know what? No, I do. I want to see those. Goku's wrong.
Ugh. We had so many
Oh,
people who would bring videos in, and it was always like that really weird guy who would bring in adult videos to try to trade into the store. And we would just look at him and put them in a separate box, and he'd be like, "Why can't you take those?" Because we don't take those.
you're like, buddy, there's a select audience that wants that kind of stuff, and you're about the only person.
Ugh, I remember when we first got the swords in. Well, they were the fake wooden swords. Those were fun. They were annoying because people, of course, they had to start swinging them at each other, but it was just
Well, of
neat.
course.
Huh.
Yeah. But yeah. So I did finish Expedition 33.
Did you know? Now, I
I
heard
did.
there's multiple endings.
Yes. I chose the ending where we stop Verso and fight Ismael. She honestly really grew to be my favorite character. Mostly because she can one shot just about anything in this game. Like she can do stupid damage numbers. It's so ridiculous.
There you go.
Um honestly, like right now, the only thing I have left, because there is so much end game content to do. Like I probably have another 30 hours of stuff to do.
Really?
Maybe not quite 30 hours, but there is just so much to do. I mean, even just during the game, like, they did a really good job of like, not like make sure you at least fight all the spawns that you see at least once.
Right.
Because like some of them will drop abilities, the pictos that you can use. Um, it's my kind of game because you really got to explore like every nook and cranny. Like they packed so much into this game. It's crazy for a $50 game. Now I will say the story put this in. I don't really know where I'd rank it right now, but it's at least in my top 5 like all-time favorite games.
There you go.
The story takes you like you think you're heading in one direction until about there's 3 main acts in the game. So for the first 2 acts, you think that you're going to fight, the paintress, the basic basically the god of this world that you're in. And then you go fight her, and it's just a complete 180 and it's a whole mind fuck after that. Cuz I seriously thought I was at the end of the game already and I was like, "Oh, well, this is kind of disappointing. Like I thought there would be more." And let me tell you there was.
Well, that's
Um
good.
like I don't know. I kind of like I don't want to spoil anything, but like I could sit here and talk about the story of this game for probably hours. Um but no, I really don't have too many complaints with the game. Um, it was just a really good take on turn-based combat. Um, there's so much like manipulation you can do to like the turns in the game, like during battle, to give yourself extra turns. There's so many unique skills that you can use across all five of your characters. Um, Spoiler alert though, one of your characters has a foot fetish.
Of course.
I mean, dude, it's in the funniest way. So Minoko, you meet him later on in the game. He turns out to be one of like Verso's best friends in the entire world. So one of he's one of the Gestrels, one of the little. I guess you really call them more allies than anything. Most of the time, they do want to fight you though. They don't want to kill you, but they want to fight you. And they literally like there's so many of them that start the conversation off. They're like, "Do you want beat up?"
Do you want beat up?
Dude, it's just like that too. But Minoko, so if you have your party, um, he has 64 unique skills you can acquire. Like I said, he has to be in the party though. When you defeat Nevrons, he will take their feet and then he will gain abilities based on that specific species of Nevron.
Okay.
It's really weird, but he turns into the enemies and then does like their combos for you. Like it's a really cool concept, but dude likes their feet. And he literally there's so many jokes throughout the game like about him having this big stinking bag of Nevron feet.
It
Like,
sounds it sounds like a weird version of a blue mage.
yeah,
Like that's what it reminds me of is a blue
it,
mage
it's
being able to use the enemy's skills
he basically is a blue mage, just in a
with
really
feet.
weird way, just with a foot fetish. But yeah, but no, no, I truly enjoyed this game. I really, really like the parrying system, the dodging of your enemy's attacks. Like that was the coolest thing for me because I really enjoy turn-based combat, but I also at the same time still really like live combat,
Hmm.
and it kind of mixes both.
Right.
So like, if you dodge, you don't take damage, which is cool. But if you get the parrying down, which is on the same timing as your dodges, you get that down, you are going to turn into a god at this game. Counterattack, because whenever you get a perfect parry, now that's the other thing though too. So like if the enemy's doing a combo attack, and say it's like a 3-hit combo, if you only parry 2 of the attacks, you won't get the counterattack, but it's still nice that oh, I only got hit once. But
Right.
whenever you get those counterattacks, it fills up your opponent's break meter, which will stun them for a turn once you fill it completely. And they generally do a pretty nice chunk of damage too. So I just I think that what they're doing here is just a step in the right direction. Like I've just been having such a good time with this game. And I haven't had like a good time with a game like this in a long time. Like
Awesome.
I didn't want to quit playing.
Really.
And there's like unique boss battles and stuff too. Like I'm playing some of the DLC now because it's one of the things I have to do.
Right.
The the gimmick in this battle is there's a little one of the little gestrels. Um I'm assuming it's younger in age, but he has balloons that keep popping up. And just taking serious damage whenever I pop his balloons, and he's getting pretty mad about it.
Now, how is the replayability? Like, is there really?
Oh yeah, dude, I would replay this game in a heartbeat.
Okay,
On new
all right,
There is a new game plus option, which is cool.
okay, where things just get amped up a little bit.
Yeah. Now I will say there are a few things that I missed. Um so like there's one of the most broken abilities in my opinion. You get it from a character named Noko. But it's very early in the game, and once it's basically the first time you encounter him, you have to buy it from him because if you let him leave that area, you can't get it until New Game Plus.
Oh,
And it's a really cool setup for especially how I have my team set up. So basically, my team setup is to debuff the enemy, buff up my party, and then give my L as many terms as possible. She herself has I have her set up to where she takes 3 turns in a row. Um, she'll debuff and grant defenseless, which is, lowering defense. Then she uses an ability. It puts her health at 1, but it refills her ability bar AP gauge, all 9 slots, which is what you need for her major attack called Steindal. And Steindal just does absolute major damage. Like I'm generally hitting for about 20 million damage.
jeez, it's a
So,
lot of
and that's
damage.
oh, and that, all the characters are so unique. Like, so you have Mael. She's more like she has more of like a fencing kind of style of fighting. And she also relies on her stances. She has 3 stances, well, technically 4. There's stanceless, which she just gets no buffs. She has defense stance, which obviously, she takes like 50% less damage. And I think she does slightly less attack. Then there's offensive stance, which gives you 50% and 50%. But then there's virtuous stance, which gives you 200% extra damage. Um, then there's Verso. He generally uses like a long sword and he has like a short sword. So he's kind of like a dual wield kind of guy. His gimmick is he has the perfection gauge. So the more hits he lands on an enemy, this gauge will go up, and once it hits S rank, he's at maximum damage output. But if he gets hit during any point during a battle, he will, his gauge will start to drop a little bit. Then you have Lune. She is an absolute fucking unit. She gets you all your elemental buffs. She's a great healer. She can revive. She's just really, really cool. And like I talked about Minoko, the foot fetish dude. His gimmick is give me the feet and I'll turn into these dudes and start causing hell. But he has another thing. So he has this wheel, and it's his mask change wheel. So each of his abilities they have an icon, and if your wheel is matched up with that icon, it'll give you additional damage. And CL's really cool too. She was really, really good early game. I mean, she's not really much. I've seen people do like major damage numbers with her, but I use her more for support. Mainly because she has 2 of the most broken abilities in my opinion. So on her turn, I have her set up to where she gets 2 turns in a row. Her first turn, I use an ability where she will give any of my characters on their next hit, it will deal double damage no matter what.
Yeah.
So put that on my L, and then I can use her other ability, intervention, which immediately makes one of my characters play again. So you just buff my L up and then say, hey, she's going to attack right now. And then you just Steindall somebody and they die.
I click, they go boom.
But it's also cool too. So, like, another thing I really enjoyed was the Pictos. They're where you get like a bunch of different like stat buffs and just some really cool synergy abilities. So you can pick them up and you can equip the Pictos onto anybody when you initially get them. And after you complete 4 successful battles with the Picto equipped, it becomes a passive ability that you can equip to any of your party members as long as they have Lumina points. And you know what I mean? Enough to equip it.
Right.
So it's like, in the beginning, you just 4 battles and then everybody's allowed to use it whenever. Like, that's so cool.
Oh, it spreads to the whole team.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I
Oh,
can have the
nice.
same ability equipped to all 3 characters, or actually
Oh,
all
that's
5
awesome.
characters. Because there's actually one ability that is, like, in my opinion, mandatory. And it only costs 5 points. It's called Painted Power. Um, it basically, until you get that ability, the max damage your characters will do is 9,999.
Oh, so it's like a limit breaker.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
That, and dude, the game was just fun. Like, it was fun to look at. Like, the characters were great, even like the side characters, the places you go. Like, and I mean, there were so much more than just the combat too. Like, honestly, I think the thing so far in this game that frustrated me the most, you have to climb up this damn wall. And there are motherfuckers throwing balls at you. And if you don't time it right, you as soon as you get hit, you just fall all the way down. And the only objective is to just climb up the wall. Now, granted, it's just for an outfit. It's just for an outfit. Because that's a big thing they did in this game, was like, there are so many outfits and like hairstyles to get.
Oh, jeez.
Which, I mean, I guess that's kind of a gripe. I wish at least, because some of that stuff was hard. Like do you remember that game that came out like 2 years, maybe a year or so ago, that everybody was playing, where you're just climbing up this giant tower and doing parkour and shit?
Yeah, all the streamers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a level, there's a little mini game on here that is basically that. And dude, I had to literally put my controller down and walk away for like 10 minutes.
Oh, because it
Dude,
got you frustrated.
dude, it was so hard.
I
Oh,
heard
but
that.
like I said, go ahead.
I heard that Sodano Shirayuki's in the game as a weapon.
Yep, I have it.
Um, do you?
So is Zangetsu.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's cool.
I actually just learned about Zangetsu today, so I need to go back and find that. But no, I as soon as I equipped it, I looked and I was like, that's a awfully long ribbon on a white sword. I
Looks
was like
familiar.
I was like, do I get a Bonkai in this game?
I said, do you get ice damage on top of it?
Actually, I don't know what element that one is.
It's sword element. It does sword damage.
It is actually, yeah, it's just neutral damage. That's kind of lame. Actually, I don't think my L has an ice damage weapon. No, she does. I have one that is ice damage.
Right.
Huh.
No, that's cool.
No, it is really cool. Like, there are so many just little things in this game though that I don't know, it's kind of cool to see. There, you know what I mean? Like they took
Oh,
some
okay. I see
inspiration.
Zangetsu.
Yep.
Got three great big old holes in the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once this game goes on sale, because I'll have to get it for my PS5. Um, I think once it goes on sale, I might pick it up. But
Dude, I highly recommend it. And
that's
the
what
cool
I
thing
have been told.
and I mean, it's got, a play style for everybody. It's got a difficulty for everybody. I just played on Expeditioner, which is like the middle ground. Um, there was plenty of challenge in it for sure. Like some of it, like the Clea fight, man. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that fight itself probably took me an hour.
Jeez.
It was so much parrying and just so much everything. But I mean, but it's really cool because that she got talked up the entire game as, she's supposed to be one of these super badass people and you're not supposed to fuck with her.
All right.
And people weren't wrong. It was a very time consuming fight, but that's the other thing, like the challenging fights in this game just make you feel like very rewarded.
Right.
Like it actually like feels really good to take these guys out.
Nice.
And, there are so many like really funny characters. Like, dude, I can't like when you meet
Francois.
He is literally just a turtle rock that's grumpy as fuck for no reason.
Sound sounds like the kind of character I'd want to play.
Unfortunately, you don't get him in your party,
That's dumb.
but he does end up being a pretty crucial part of the story.
Play as the grumpy turtle man.
I honestly think my favorite character is Esquier. Another one that you don't like battle with or anything like that. He's basically just your mount throughout the game, but he's this big goofy motherfucker. Like he talks funny as shit. It's just he's like the comic relief, really.
Okay.
Like I really howled. Like I was fucking laughing pretty hard when I finally unlocked the swim ability with him. And I finally got it out. I was like, shit, I can finally like really explore this map. And this motherfucker just goes, oh, time for a swim. Like
That's funny.
he kind of has like he's kind of like a little kid, but he's honestly like I don't know. I don't know how to explain him properly. Except he's goofy as fuck and don't fuck with my boy Esquier. But
Oh,
no,
there's a
I honestly I think there might be a few too many glazers for this game because it's by all means not perfect,
right.
but it is definitely after beating it, I completely understand why it won Game of the Year.
Okay.
Like I understand, people are upset that their game didn't win, but until you've played this and actually played it, like I just I'm saying you're wrong.
I see that it's available for a game trial right now.
A game trial.
Yeah, for PlayStation. And so instead of buying it, it's kind of like you remember those old demo discs that you used to get?
I was just about to ask, is it like a demo of the game?
Yeah. and it's free, so I might pick up the game trial. I mean, as long as you have the PlayStation Plus or whatnot. Um, but yeah, it looks like Expedition 33 is available for game trial. So it's a 2-hour full game trial included with your PlayStation Plus premium subscription. So I would get to play the first 2 full hours of the game.
Honestly, I mean, you at least get to see like a basis of like where the story's gonna go.
Right.
Now,
Oh,
I
it's
will
on
say,
sale for
like,
$40.
that's not bad.
The deluxe is on sale for 50.
Hmm. Well,
And it
ain't
looks
that
like the
something?
deluxe it looks like the deluxe only gives you a custom outfit for Gustav, a custom outfit for Mael, and the flowers collection, whatever the hell that is.
I'm honestly, dude, that could be anything. There are what this game is like. It is. It is very like arts based. Like I mean, painting and like like music. Like there's so much. So it could be a lot of things, honestly, because like you collect records throughout the game, and
Like it does look really cool. Like everything that I've seen about it, it looks very interesting.
yeah, the aesthetic is honestly not something I was sure that I was gonna enjoy. Cause like that's what had me on the fence about it. It just it looked like a game where I was like, oh, this is kind of I don't know. This just doesn't look like it would be something I'd be interested in. But this story goes from like happy and like confident, like we're gonna go fucking save the world to oh fuck, really, really, really fast.
We're gonna save the world. Oh no.
Dude, I'm telling you, honestly, you'll know if you get the demo and try it out, you'll know what I mean within that trial. I mean, it had like and that's what I keep like the story, it keeps you guessing because you're just like, oh, well, what the fuck? And then it's like, wait, well, what the fuck now?
What do I do now?
And I will say, honestly, I could probably actually say my biggest gripe is they killed my two favorite characters. Well, two of my favorite characters. Like they did them dirty.
That sucks.
I get I get it now, but I wish it didn't have to be like that.
That's not very nice.
It wasn't very nice. But I don't know. I definitely I think my rating on this would be like a 9.5 out of 10.
Dang.
It's
There you
near
go.
perfect, but every game's got its flaws.
Right, right. I'm seeing people are still griping about the AI placeholders that aren't even in the game anymore.
Yeah, that's I get it. I hate AI too, but like it was a model that didn't end up being used, so it's just for me like, come on now.
It's got a 10 out of 10 on Steam, a 4.9 out of 5 on PlayStation, and a 92% on Game FAQs.
All well-deserved scores, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've heard anyone down talk it. Like, it's definitely one of those games that eventually I will pick it up, but I don't know. I have like a backlog.
Dude, I get it. I honestly, it was my father-in-law's like best friend that made me put this on like my immediate, you know what I mean? Like play it now.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm really glad I listened. I mean, granted, I mean, you know, I'm on some of my other stuff now, but just because, I can just, go through post game content as I want to now that I have an understanding of the game.
Right.
But
No, that makes sense.
that and I got a gift card for Christmas, so I had to take advantage of Steam sales.
There you go. Scoop up the Steam sales while they're there.
Yeah, I actually picked up Spider-Man 2 for like $40.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, I loved the first one, and I haven't played well, I mean, I've played a little bit of the second one so far, and I gotta say, they made some major quality of life updates to that one.
Yeah, some of the character models they should have just left alone.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was still fun being able to
Oh,
play as Miles and then being able to switch back to Peter and
mm-hmm.
you know that kind of stuff.
The
I
wing
enjoyed it.
dude, the wingsuit has been my favorite thing so far.
Oh yeah,
Actually being able to traverse the map in a timely manner is so great.
yeah. I remember, I remember racking my brain trying to figure it because like that was one of the games that I trophy hunted for. Uh, I wanted to get the platinum for that, so I did. And I remember one of the trophies was you had to fly on your wingsuit for X amount of whatever from point A to point B throughout the city. And so you had to use the updrafts a lot. And there came a point where like you weren't able to use your slingshot. So like you had to just find the tallest building that you could and jump off that bitch and then go through the checkpoints as as you went. And it was annoying, but it was a fun one.
Yeah, I like when games do like those kind of challenges. It's not just like, oh, I have to constantly just, I don't know, do the same repetitive stuff. It's like, oh, okay, this is a nice little change of pace here. Like,
Hmm.
let's actually have some fun with the game.
Yep. No, it was a good one. It was definitely one that I enjoyed. I mean, Venom being in it, like Venom alone being in it, I thought was super cool.
Everybody does like Venom, and I can't
Hell
say
yeah,
that
man.
I'm not one of those people because
It was a fun game. The story was cool. Um, yeah, I mean, I personally, I just really liked being able to switch between Peter and Miles, just because each of them had their own shtick that they were able to do, and I don't know, electricity powers are always just fun to use.
yeah, dude, I have been I've been loving that. Dude, the Venom punch is so much fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah, I agree. I think
So,
that's yeah.
yeah, I think that's probably where we're gonna end it off tonight.
So
You know?
Expedition 33 definitely worth the buy.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I
Final
couldn't agree more with
Fantasies
that.
Final Fantasy 16, I'm gonna say the hate is definitely forced, especially by the oldies who only prefer the turn-based for Final Fantasy. Um, it does leave something to be wanted, especially if you want like experimentation. But if you just want a really decent hack and slash with a good story and amazing soundtrack, can't really go wrong with Final Fantasy 16. And then for shits and giggles, go buy Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, yeah. I will not tell you no on that one.
Yeah, man, go fight Sandman. He's huge.
Yeah, and then fight all his minions a bunch of times
Right,
so you can learn what the hell's going on in that dude's head.
right. That's pretty cool, hunting down all the memory crystals and stuff.
I really enjoyed that. Well,
It's
I am
neat.
enjoying it. I say I'm nowhere near done yet.
Yeah, Kraven's a pretty cool fight too.
He seems like a very interesting villain.
He is. A lot of his missions are a lot of fun. Like I love the stealth aspect of those games so much.
Dude, it is I loved in the first one always going up to like the bases and whatnot.
And then doing it
And
silently.
yeah, and just like, all right, you're attached to a light post now.
Yep.
like, like, what are you gonna do now, bud?
Nothing. That's what.
Or even in the last one, you always had to hit triangle just to swoop down and kick him in the back of the head.
Yep.
But yeah, so I guess in conclusion, the haters of both games should probably just go try the other game, is really what
Yeah.
I'm getting.
Yeah, absolutely. Or actually finish the game
Yeah, yeah, don't
before
I
you.
mm-hmm.
That's probably a big one. I have a feeling that a lot of people who hate on the games, they play like 10 minutes of it and they're like, yep, nope, this is garbage. It's like, okay, well, to each their own.
Yeah, definitely to each their own. I have to play a game before I can give it full judgment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's why I waited so long before I gave my review for 16 because like I wanted to get to the ending credits and
Oh yeah, no, I'm there with you. I mean, I wanted to do the same thing with Expedition 33.
you know,
And like I said, it turned out to be like within my top 5 favorite games ever,
there you go.
even if it had
There
an
you
AI
go.
placeholder.
No boo hoo. Fucking
Right.
newspaper.
Oh my god, it's the end of the world.
It's a newspaper that no one hardly ever noticed.
Right. But yeah, so this concludes our first episode of 2026. Um Thank you to everybody for all the input on the TikTok. We also like to hear your opinion on these kind of things too, because we're just two guys, and there's a big world of people out there.
And for you, random guy who found that QR code, thank you for scanning that and coming to the channel.
Dude, that was so awesome to see. So yeah, if you see a QR code, scan it, make your friends scan it, they'll have a good time.
It was neat.
Dude, I'm so happy. So happy that that worked. This is like one of the most creative ways I have ever heard of promoting.
Hell yeah. Especially because like I didn't write anything on it or nothing. It was just like a blank square that I left on a computer somewhere and well, someone picked it up and scanned it.
Yeah.
Although
And
you do have to be careful about those because people will hijack your shit with QR codes, so I don't want to put my tinfoil hat on or nothing, but that was one thing that they did teach us at um, for class for cybersecurity is
oh,
that some QR codes are very bad for your devices. So be warned.
we don't have the bad kind though. We just
No,
have
we don't.
we just have the
From
nerdy kind.
Yeah, from now on, if you pick up a QR code, if you turn that some bitch around and it says set to and pass, you know it's us.
Yeah. But all right, ladies, gents, we are going to set to and pass, and we will catch you all next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Chris.